and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Kaká might be able to pose a threat. And roaming free here. Patrick Vieira. Ronaldinho. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Clearance needed to be better. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Good visualization and execution. Mateus. Now with Zico. Maybe dangerous here. Oh, big opportunity. And a goal, the equaliser. Superb entertainment.
Well, as you can see, he gets a touch on this, but it's not quite enough to stop the goal. It was a good effort, though.
And with that, the first half draws to a close. So level pegging here, and it's anyone's guess how it's going to finish. Roberto Carlos. Patrick Vieira. On the ball, Cannavaro. And it's with Ronaldinho. Interception to snuff out the danger. Zinedine Zidane. And teammates around him. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Kaká. Now look at this, they might be able to cash in here. And it's opening up. And a goal! He's put it away! A celebratory moment!
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And the finish is clinical. It just makes it look so easy, doesn't it?
Well, how about this? 4-3. Thuram. And Mateus has it. Ronaldinho. Counter-attacking chance. Kaká. Well read to put an end to that attack. And fed forwards. Well, they're doing their best to get on level terms here.
Well, it's a decent effort, but they're still trailing. They need something special here.
Ronaldinho. Well, he's certainly not alone. Ronaldo, opportunity. A majestic piece of goalkeeping there.
That's goalkeeping at its best. He's so hard to beat from that sort of range.
Well, good idea. And take it away. And look at this! Oh, a superb chip! Spellbinding!
Well, just look at his vision here. It shows great awareness, and of course, his technique is perfect. What a good goal that is.
Zinedine Zidane. Might be onto something. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Oh, how did he keep that out? Keen to take it short here. Mateus. Kaká. Now opening things up. There it is! The goals keep coming. No stopping them today.
Well, here's the replay. He's done really well to get his head up and pick. Somebody out with that cutback, but there's still plenty to do from here. He hits it so well though, lots of pace, lots of power, and the keeper just can't react in time. It's a great strike.
Ronaldo. Well, timed his challenge magnificently. Vieira. Zico. Andriy Shevchenko. And Mateus has it. What to like about that pass? Roberto Carlos. Zico. And he has options available. Ronaldo. Well, just the tackle that was needed. Zico. Intelligent defending. Good conditions for the counter. And no let-up. Mateus. Decent position. Maradona. And in the perfect position to read it.
Excellent reading of the situation.
Roberto Carlos cleverly intervening. And he's through here. Well, they pulled one back, but perhaps a bit too late in this contest. They haven't been at the races this evening. Paolo Maldini. Well, nothing like annoying your opponents when you have such an effective passing game. Well, on the cusp of the final whistle, and the home side really prospering today. Interested to get your take.
Yeah, this has been a good performance. They've looked really sharp going forward, and they've shown a lot of energy. They'll certainly be pleased with their overall display up to now.
Now, options are plenty. And in it! This is astonishing! They will not give up! Battling until the end here! Vieira. Paolo Maldini. On to Thuram. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. This could finish it! Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me here on the commentary gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham United midfield man, Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. What are you expecting to see?
Well, it doesn't matter how good your players are or what formation they're playing in, you have to earn the right to play. And I'm sure that would have been reiterated by both managers in the dressing room. It promises to be a really good game here.
This is the lineup for the home team. Gianluigi Buffon is the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos starts with Lilian Thuram in the fullback positions. Patrick Vieira plays. Surely! And he's fired it against the post. And under pressure, that was a fine claim.
Well, they won't come closer than that. So unlucky not to take the lead there.
Plenty of support here. Mateus. And on to Zico. Nice sequence this.
I have to say they're looking good in these areas.
Zico. Well, they kept their shape defensively. Job done for now. Vieira. Now look at this. They might be able to cash in here. Well, here's the question. How do you possibly go about the business of stopping Diego Maradona in his tracks? What do you expect to see from him today?
Well, he's a good technical player. He can see a pass, he can beat a defender, and he's good in tight.
Oh, sorry, Stuart, look at this. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. And he's fired over the corner. Maradona. Now Zidane. Diego Maradona. A very timely interception. Kaká, and he's in. And they looked poised to take the lead, but that was a magnificent stop. Can he deliver it with accuracy? And that's fantastic goalkeeping to get across and deal with the danger. Well, another corner following on from the last one. Now a decent position. Now Fabio Cannavaro. Intercepting it intelligently. Mateus. Can he find the right pass? Lucio. Zidane on the ball. Well, it's a very attractive passing sequence. Oh, nice ball. Ronaldinho. Can they forge ahead? They do! And you've got to say they're good value for the lead. Thuram. Now with Lucio. Mateus. Lilian Thuram. Well, you really have to applaud the ambition. Well, clearing it away, but at the expense of a corner.
Yeah, he had to get it away, but the danger isn't over yet.
And possession secured, keeper's ball. Ronaldinho. Ronaldo. And it's with Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. Zidane on the ball. Well, spot on with that challenge. Well, he's certainly not alone. Ronaldo might be in. And he's got to score to level it again.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Maradona, opportunity to deliver the cross. Zico, chance to put them in front. Oh, a challenge of the highest order.
That looked a really big chance.
Promising looking ball. A touch too heavy there. And the flag raised. Offside it is. Maradona. And on to Zico. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Ready to break perhaps. Really annoying for them. Couldn't take advantage. Ronaldinho. And on to Zico. Oh, this looks useful. You won't see many better saves than that. Gigi Buffon. Playing it short. And possibilities here. Must take the lead here. And they have. You've got to say, it has been coming. And the ball is moving again. Anyone's guess how this is going to finish. 2-1 currently. Zico. Robbed of it by Vieira. And there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. Oh, what an opportunity! And the whistle is sounded for... So the referee's whistle as the action is restarted. Cannavaro. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. Vieira. Nicely weighted pass. Ronaldinho. And Mateus has it. Decent idea. Now to level it. A goal! Real excitement here. The equaliser.
Well, first of all, where's the defending? They're all over the place. But give him some credit, that's a good finish. Great composure.
So back underway, and I have to say, this game is everything I hoped it would be. That is a magnificent run. Zinedine Zidane. Wonderfully weighted pass. Ronaldinho, and that's a very good parry.
All the stats back up what we've seen so far. Some good attacking football, chances for both teams, and plenty to enjoy. Let's hope for more of the same.
Zico. And Mateus has it. Zico. Creative look about this. Zidane. Just fractionally wide. So unfortunate. Ronaldinho. 30 minutes left for play. Zico. That's a nice ball. With the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner.
Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Zico. Well, it's a decent-looking attack, this. Mateus. Opportunity here. That is a perfect tackle. Kaká. Can they forge ahead? No. Chance missed.
And a big chance at that, Derek. He should have put them in the driving seat there.
Maradona. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Zico. Good-looking move. I think he'll be kicking himself. Ruled offside.
Well, his instinct should have told him he was offside there. He has to be more alert in the box.
To put them in front. And opting for power over placement, but not the desired result. Maldini. Lothar Matthäus. And space afforded Ronaldinho. A chance perhaps. Thwarting him. Can he create an angle? Can he? Oh, excellent goalkeeping!
Well, what a great reaction. That was a really important save.
Well, a short corner here. Well, the threat could be there. Well, might be. And there is the goal to re-establish their advantage. So underway again, and time is tight if they have designs on a comeback. Roberto Carlos. What can they do from here? Lothar Matthäus. Giving it their all in search of an equaliser. Lucio. Good patience. And it must be. A goal! An end-to-end game. And they weren't behind for long.
Well, as you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure.
Zinedine Zidane. How can they nudge in front late on here? Thuram. Decent position. Zico. Must take the lead here. And they do. And with so little time left, that will surely be decisive. Astonishing drama. So they get the ball moving again, knowing that it truly is a race against the clock. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Zinedine Zidane. And Maradona has it. Paolo Maldini. Zico. And now Henry. Roberto Carlos. Zinedine Zidane. Zico! And that's the hat-trick! And a warm welcome. On what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start with justifiable cause. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, it doesn't matter how good your players are or what formation they're playing in, you have to earn the right to play. And I'm sure that would have been reiterated by both managers in the dressing room.
It's an opportunity! Oh, a really confident stop in a challenging situation. Played over. Maradona. And on to Zico. Zinedine Zidane. And he read it well defensively. Mateus. That's a good-looking pass. Teammates available. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Ronaldinho. Well, good idea. Great defending. Well, he was dreaming of scoring, but ruled offside.
Well, it all happened very quickly, so I wouldn't criticise him too much. At least he was in there.
Mateus. Retaining possession proving difficult. Zinedine Zidane. And Maradona has it. And possibilities here. Marvellous anticipation. Ronaldinho. Won't work out. And nearly the ideal ball, but a good piece of defending. Ronaldo. Can they take the lead? Zico has a go. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations. Diego Maradona. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in the future? Zinedine Zidane. And he has options available. Patrick Vieira. And Mateus has it. Maradona. Must be! That is how to keep it out of the net. Chasing the game, but now a corner. Thuram. Ronaldo on the ball. Well, offside. I rather think he was caught in two minds.
Well, he just needed to go elsewhere with his pass. He showed a complete lack of awareness there.
Showing a great defensive instinct. Ronaldo. Trying to tee it up. But into the keeper's gloves. That's just a loss of focus. Oh, superb reflexes. dangerous here. On the ball, Cannavaro. Oh, great defending. Oh, could be an opportunity here to level matters. And it's a goal. Level again. What a match this is turning out to be.
Let's take another look. It's a really well-timed pass to break the offside line. And the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
So back underway. One goal apiece here. That's a high-quality pass. Ronaldo. Thuram. Oh, it wasn't the best of challenges. Ronaldo. And Mateus has it. Zico. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. Kaká. Well, the attack looks promising. That is a magnificent run. Good looking cross. Could be threatening. Ronaldinho. Superbly read and executed. Lothar Matthäus. And it's with Ronaldinho. Ronaldo. And a goal! A significant deflection. And no wonder the goalkeeper is looking up at the sky in disbelief. So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Kaká. And a lot to like about this attack. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. It's not a bad position as far as Ronaldo's concerned. Now plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time. So back underway, the second half begins. Roberto Carlos. Now with Zico. Really good challenge. Maldini. And on to Lucio. Maradona. Vieira, the ball winner. Now this looks really productive. What can they do from this position? Zico. Ronaldinho. And the pass deftly cut out. Quick break could be on. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Excellent vision. Well, he moved into an illegal position.
Well, he had the vision to pick out the through ball, but he couldn't play it quite quickly enough.
Good run, very much in control of the situation. Mateus. Now with Zico. Good looking move.
They certainly know how to keep the ball, don't they?
Zinedine Zidane takes it on, and a goal to seal the hat-trick! A masterclass in finishing, just can't stop him today!
Well, we won't get tired of watching this because the interplay around the box is wonderful, but there's still plenty to do. You have to say it's a really nice finish, just to guide it into the net. It's a lovely goal.
Maradona. Now Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Well, no way through. A very effective challenge put in. And he saw the situation developing. Now, who can he play it to? Takes aim. Oh, had to stop that one.
That's great defending there.
Chance maybe to use their counter-attacking ability to good effect. And finally up a cul-de-sac. And this time it's in! Fabulous goal! And just look at the celebrations. Zico. Now Roberto Carlos. Maldini. And Maradona has it. Zinedine Zidane. An alert piece of defending. Could pose a threat on the counter. Threaded through effortlessly by Maradona. Roberto Carlos. And Mateus has it. And can they prize them open now? Well, the shot had just a bit too much elevation. Time for a change then. Roberto Carlos. Promising attack. Opportunity. Oh, another one for them! And with plenty of time still remaining, this game is very much back on! Well, they're a bit like a passing machine, and you can understand why they want to play it that way, in front as they are. Mateus. Roberto Carlos. Now with Lucio. Couldn't hang on to it. Mateus. Oh, that's really well done. Zico. That might help them. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Roberto Carlos. Zico. Passing it around. Can they see this out? Good weight on that pass. Well, passing moves like this will build confidence. Can he finish them off? And huge credit to the goalkeeper. They're not out of this.
And could that save just inspire them? They need to get the ball forward quickly here.
Short corner favoured. Maldini. Now with Lucio. Thuram. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Can they get themselves level? I'll tell you what, it was wasn't a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, it was a decent chance, but they're still behind here. They needed to take that one.
And easily intercepted. Ronaldinho. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Well, just the sort of... Whether the fans were hoping for this evening, it's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for expert analysis by my partner Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. How do you see this one going?
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players. But they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
That's a good-looking pass. And Mateus has it. Ronaldo, real chance. He still has the goalkeeping magic, Gigi Buffon. The initial 11 today for the hosts. Gigi Buffon gets the nod in goal. Roberto Carlos starts with Lilian Thuram in the fullback positions. Patrick Vieira plays alongside Lothar Matthäus in central midfield. And up front today is Ronaldo. This is how the visitors will set up today. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Zico. Moving the ball forward. How creative can they be? Oh, clean through! But a gift for the goalkeeper in the end. Kaká. And they have possession again. Zinedine Zidane. Zico. Will it be? And that will be a corner. They take it short. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Maldini. Getting in there to intercept. Maradona. Zico. It's threatening from Maradona. Mateus. Can he put it away? And there it is! 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations. Now back underway. And 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Patrick Vieira. On to Thuram. Maradona. Interception to snuff out the danger. Maldini. On to Thuram. Zico. That's useful play. Lothar Matthäus. Matthäus! And saved by the keeper. Playing it short. Zidane! And the post getting in the way. So near, but wide. Maradona. Patrick Vieira. Playing with a flow and intensity. Ronaldo. That is tackling of the highest order.
Well, defending doesn't get much better than that.
Maradona. Ronaldinho. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Kaká, fine idea. And a goal to square the game. Into the seat stuff.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Zidane trying to split up in the defence. Oh, that's a fine-looking pass. Can he give them the advantage? Crucial intervention just then amid impending danger. That was well read by Thuram.
Yeah, he really did anticipate where that ball was going.
In a decent position. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Decent idea. Ronaldo. And a goal it is to put them in front again. No less than they deserve. So the ball is rolling again. 2-1 the score. What's going to happen next? Lothar Matthäus. Maradona. Lilian Thuram. And Matthäus has it. It did look on for them, but not to be. Zinedine Zidane. Chance to do damage. Ronaldo! Oh, goodness gracious me! It's a special, special goal from miles out. So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Lucio. And Maradona has it. Thuram. Well, there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. Roberto Carlos. Opportunity here. Save. Gigi Buffon. Trying to deliver it accurately. So the whistle then. We're up the halfway. So they get the second half going here. Ronaldinho. Will it happen for them? Patrick Vieira. And Matthäus has it. Oh, read it really well. Attack looks promising. And support available. And let's give credit to the defending. Now the quick counter-attack could be on. That is how to keep it out of the net.
That really was a good bit of defending there.
Mateus. That's a good ball. And the flag has gone up, just when he looked ready to pounce, perhaps.
Well, he was just too static in the end, which is a shame because that was a dangerous situation.
Interesting pass. Fully committed. It is to be a throw-in. Patrick Vieira. Trying to tee it up. Attractive build-up. But then the one that fails to hit its target. Ronaldinho. Ronaldo on the ball. Good-looking build-up as they try to reduce the arrears. And a goal! Not over just yet. Diego Maradona. Mateus. Zidane on the ball. And the free kick here. Roberto Carlos. Zidane on the ball. Effective challenge. Ronaldinho. And Mateus has it. Zinedine Zidane. And he has options available. So a throw in here. Zinedine Zidane. Ronaldo on the ball. Maradona. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Now the counter-attack looks on. Advantage played. Moving it forward. Will it be? Well, it didn't really go according to the script, did it?
Well, the less said about that, the better, because that's a really poor attempt in the end.
Ronaldo. Plenty of support here. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Lothar Matthäus. Giving it away. Maradona. Oh, disappointing end to that.
Really good defending there.
Zico. Well, getting the ball forward. Ronaldinho. Oh, it's in! And that might be the goal that clinches it for them. No looking back now, surely. So the current scoreline, 4-2. Lilian Thuram. Roberto Carlos. What to like about that pass. And in the right position to read it. Diego Maradona. Could pose a threat on the counter. Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo! And you cannot argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
And so into the final 5 minutes. Alessandro Del Piero. Andriy Shevchenko. And he might be through here. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Lucio. Now with Maldini. Maradona. Over the touchline for a throw-in. And good anticipation. And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. Will it happen for them? And that is that. The referee blows his whistle for full time, and it's a victory for the visitors.
It was fairly comfortable in the end because they were tactically superior, had better individuals, and were always a threat going forward. It was a really good performance and a good result as well.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. Change my hair and my personality. Just for you to up and leave.